Hello and welcome to the sideboard. I am Glenn Jones. This is the last one of the Seattle Legacy Open, and we have our champion, Bryan Eleyet. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The trophy for your mantle.
Oh, that's beautiful. It's a lot heavier than I expected it to be.
Yeah, it's got a little heft to it, you know.
I like it.
We keep it classy. So obviously you played Hive Mind. We just saw it on the camera. And there are a lot of show and tell decks in this format. I know you happen to play Hive Mind a fair bit, and have seen some success with it. So what drove you to the archetype once again?
Well, starting out, my my friend Kyle Jefferson, he found the deck on a forum, just like a shell, and he actually built it as a joke online, and then just started crushing with it. We decided to go to a Grand Prix. I did pretty well, and just the deck. Not to undersell it, but it's really strong.
That Grand Prix was Providence, correct? Where you made the finals?
Yeah, in 2011.
Yep. And the deck, obviously, it had a pretty good year. I think, especially when Mental Misstep was around in general, that was a good time for the archetype.
Yeah.
Did very well. So what has convinced you to keep playing it? Basically, do you think it's still good? I mean, it has a lot of pluses for it, mostly being like very difficult for many people to understand exactly what they should be doing.
Yeah.
It's a complex card.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that edge winds up delivering you a lot of wins?
A lot more earlier on. Like I was actually I had several opponents today where I would start walking them through the process and oh no, I know what's going on, as I was killing them. But that's not so much of an edge. Honestly, I feel like the deck is it's a very, very well built, efficient combo deck. I'm not I don't feel like I'm exceptionally well versed in the format. So I can't really break down the different perspectives of the other decks.
Sure. Okay.
But from what I can see, I mean, obviously I have a little bit of bias with it, with coming from the success I've had. But I wouldn't have come all the way out here to play in the tournament if it was just this pet deck that was mediocre. I also happen to feel like it's very strong. Just the angle that it attacks, when I'm comboing off, you're gonna lose. I'm gonna win. There's certain combo decks where say Ad Nauseam, where they can go off and just get die to a Force of Will, and then have no gas. And same thing like Sneak and Show, they can show and tell in Emrakul, and then their opponent can deal with it and then go on.
Yeah.
And the other thing is there's no real clear-cut hate for it. That's one thing that's really big.
You dodge a lot of the things that hit a lot of other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Your backup win condition, Emrakul, is a little shaky, obviously, but you can board him out very frequently and just rely on the main plan.
Yeah, and I board out almost every matchup. It's just honestly one of my favorite things to do is to win game one with that, and then have my opponent not realize what I'm actually playing. Perhaps
assume you're on Sneak and Show, which is a much more popular deck, bringing things like Pithing Needle or whatever that just aren't very effective.
Exactly. And the fact I play Gitaxian Probe, and so generally speaking, unless I absolutely have to, I rarely, especially against decks with Night Reliquary and Carcass, I rarely will just run it out there blind. But there's been games against, I've had say against Fish, or even against Bant decks or whatever, where I've been able to probe them, see that they don't have it, and just run it out there. But it is very secondary. And I actually have thought about potentially cutting it. I haven't really thought about what I'd replace it with, but it's something I've thought about.
Okay. Well, it's been a long day. Just finished a nice match. Congratulations once again. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and throw it back to the booth with Matthias and Joe Bono, and they'll close out the weekend for you guys.